Andy Kemp, and I'm the project manager here at the Champaign Aviation Museum. It initially began with the acquisition of a B17 as a project airplane back in 2006. Jerry Schiffer was the businessman. The day the airplane was delivered here, Jerry was killed in a plane crash in Montana, so he didn't get to see his B17. The family took a pause, and over the course of a couple of months decided that they wanted to continue with the project and do it in memory of the dad and in honor of the mother. So we carry the county's name, Champaign County. Our nose art is basically, it's a state of Ohio. Urbana is a red star, and we have a redhead holding a champagne glass, and she's a Champaign lady. We're going to build a flying airplane. Currently, we've got the fuselage here in the hangar in work. We're about 85 to 90% complete with the fuselage, and there's a lot of this airplane that we were missing. It's amazing because one of the volunteers said, anything you need, you just go put a chair by the front door and wait 20 minutes, it'll walk in. I've been after an upper turret, which is a flight engineer's position, the top gun turret. The phone rings, and it's a guy in Springfield. Do you need one? And your chin hits the floor, you're standing there, he's talking about what you're looking at, that it's pretty spooky sometimes. I don't think there's too many people that all of a sudden you have a Norden bomb sight walk in and they tell you, here, you gotta have this, you know. I can't use it, I don't need it. Navigator comes in with a Navigator gyro compass, which is, by today's standards, quite a boat anchor. It's a big, heavy gyro. And he said, my dad had this. He was a navigator on a B17. He said, I want you to have it. I want it in a B17. I said, it's going in one. I've got a lady who came in for a visit from West Virginia, and she left us, promised she was going to mail us a switch. Well, it's a switch for 3 lights that are underneath the belly of the airplane back where the ball turret is, and they were called recognition lights. She sent us that light, and with the letter she said, I have no direct link with a B-17 other than this switch, and I would like to donate it in the memory of General Savage from the 12 O'Clock High 1960s TV show. Our throttle quadrant, our ball turret, the Astrodome, those came out of a bar in Greeley, Colorado. There's no telling where this stuff's going to come from next. I went into service when I was 17 and ended up in a unit called the Strategic Air Command. So my first airplane was a B-52. I'd come up to go fishing here locally, and I had my dog in the truck and canoe on top of the truck, and I pulled in and kind of got an initial tour and talked to a bunch of the volunteers. And they could tell that I had a little bit of background as to what I was talking about, and so from then it kind of grew. I started volunteering.
When you get to the age that some of us retirees are, you decide, what do you want to do with your time? Do you want to sit around and watch TV? And my answer is absolutely not.
But in a 6-month period, we'll have up to 95 different volunteers. A guy comes in from Kansas, he'll be in here in a couple of weeks. He'll stay 10 to 14 days. I've got a guy who flew as a ball turret gunner. He came in yesterday with quite a crew. They had 15. Guy comes in from England. He'll be in 4th of July week for a week, and it's pretty neat. So you've got quite a few trails that cross here. So it's a big deal.
To be able to migrate from the analytical end of why you do certain things in the design and analysis and the building of an airplane to actually get on, 30 years later with the hands-on experience of putting one together has been a very satisfying part of the whole project. You have to actually have that, I think, that inherent desire in yourself. You can't walk up to a typical man on the street and expect him to show the same interest that you have.
If we turn around, we look at a B17 and go, yeah, we're building a B17. No, when you turn around and you look at somebody else looking at it, that's the reward. It's pretty neat. So to see a guy come in here who's got a failing health, they're in their 90s, he gets to where he can see enough of the airplane, he'll pause. He'll tear up, we'll tear up. Give him a second. He'll catch himself, he'll right himself, he'll stand up a little taller, and the adrenaline starts to move. And when they get near to the airplane, even to just touch it, to see it, a shining brand new B-17, it brings those stories out. And it's humbling.